Hey, I'm here at Mini Dream in Queenstown with the boy, teaching him how to ride. In this video, I'm going to show you the build up to hitting Dream Track and riding in McGazzaFest. I hit Dream Track in McGazzaFest this year. There's a clear progression of smaller jumps that get increasingly larger on different tracks right in the Skyline Bike Park here. So you can get practice before you go and hit those big jumps on Dream Track blind. Now each year people come in, they decide to hit it before they leave without being ready, and they end up getting ambulanced out. So watch this and you'll see how I build up to doing it. I'm doing it on my old piece of shit bike which I've had for over 15 years. A 2012 YT Play with 26-inch rims, a smashed derailleur with no chain, and a welded up back triangle from where cracks form there and where it completely snapped through here. If an overweight 40-something-year-old dad can do it, then so can you. So watch this video and I'll show you each track to build up and then how to ride McGazzaFest. Okay, so for step number 1, hit the inside line on Mini Dream at Wynyard Jump Park. So this is step 1, and a 40-year-old dad build up to hit the big jumps on Dreamline for McGazzaFest. The inside line of Mini Dream. Now these jumps have been changed recently and they're bigger than they were. It took me a few runs to get through it, but it seems like I've got them now, so time to move up to the outside line, which is bigger again. Yeah, dropping in. Okay, step number 2, the outside line. Can I get through it the whole way the first time? Coming up to the scary part, which is this drop. It's not too hard, but it's a bit scary going off the first time. I've got this now. Whee. Yes. Right, should have it now. Now my bike's been in the shed for a year since the last McGazzaFest. So even though I have ridden this line before, it's all a bit new for me. From Mini Dream, you follow the track that connects to the Skyline Bike Park and goes down through the 1 Mile Creek. Then you follow the other tracks up to the Midway clearing, and when you get there, follow the road up to Hakea, the next step up. I'm up here for step number 3, hitting the jump line on Skyline called Hakea. Dropping into Hakea for run number 2. Now normally it takes me a few runs to get through this. First run was just feeling it out because I haven't hit this line in over a year. The jumps are really big, you're flying down the track. A bit of a break there, gotta get this, yes. Okay, full speed. The biggest one's 45 foot with a tape measure, not measuring it out with your feet. And every time I do it, my watch says I'm doing about 58 kilometers an hour. To get the 45er, whoa, yes, got it. Normally they take a few runs because you got to break here and work out your lines, but okay, slow. Got that, over jump a bit. Whoa, fucked up my line. I absolutely love this track. The track is so cool. Oh, adrenaline pumping through the veins at the moment. And the bonus is, if you get this dialed, you're ready for the top section of Dream. So let's see how we go. I'm about to head into Hakea again for attempt number 3. Like I was saying before, I haven't hit this line in over a year, other than the last 2 times that I just rode it, but she's going well apart for a few baking ruts like that. Now this jump line was built by Callum Wilson, the Scottish trail builder who came over here in about 2014 after working in Patagonia with me, which is how I know about it. Right, a little bit of braking there. Okay, don't over jump this. Yes, now full speed into the 45er. Whoa! Oh god, that's called brake here a little bit. Yeah, got that. Whoa. Over jump a little bit. Now for the hip. Ah, case. Well, that'll do for today. Got to work on that hip, but all good. Those jumps on Hakea are massive and you fly into them, but they're easy to roll because they're tables. After a few runs on Hakea, if you've got it dialed in, you're ready to head back to Wynyard and hit the big jumps up on Dream Track. So this is the final and the gnarliest step in the build up to McGazzaFest. The first drop into the top section of Dreamline. It's taken a few runs in to feel out that drop, but I'm ready for it now, so at some stage you just got to do it. Okay, so just got to focus on getting this drop smooth. Yeah, no brakes, full speed. Oh, that's a big jump. Okay, next one. Oh, got it. Okay, the small one. Oh, this has changed. Whoa! Nah, I'm not gonna do the last one. Sick. To save time, I couldn't show every run I did, but I just focus on one jump at a time instead of worrying about the whole line. Get the drop sorted first. Once that's feeling easy, start feeling out the doubles. Once that's dialed in, look at the next jump. Just build it up bit by bit. While I was up there riding, a 19-year-old Aussie kid spent about 3 hours standing at the top looking down at Dream. It was his last day in town on a mountain bike trip. Finally, at the end of the day, he decided that he had to hit it. Reckoned he couldn't leave without at least trying once. And went for it full tit. Front wheel cased the first double after the drop, snapped his collarbone, knocked himself out, and shut the track down for a couple of hours while the ambulance came up. And from what I heard, missed his flight home as well. That's a pretty dumb and expensive way to find out you're not ready. There's loads of jumps around Queenstown to build up to Dream. You don't need to just roll the dice and hope. So now that I've got Dream Track dialed in, there's only one more thing left to do. Try and get a few tricks back to throw at McGazzaFest. Since I'm not 19 anymore, I'm not trying to get good, and I'll leave the dice rolls for landing 360s and backflips back when I was 20. My goal for this McGazzaFest is just to get a few no-foot cans, suicide no-handers to X up, and if all's going well, maybe a nothing.
Together!
Alright, we're gonna go. You coming?
Yeah, boys. Yeah, Tom.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
Up yet, Tom. Tommy, hey!
Kelly was also a close personal friend of mine.
Hey, fucking thanks for showing up. Tom 21st.
And I'm going to try and explain a little bit of the ethos behind McGazzaFest, where you go hard on and off the bike. It's one of the reasons why Kelly's passing was such a big deal for so many of us.